points on the field in today's game. It's Thomas's Broncos going up against Green's Bengals. Now let's get you up to Paul Brown Stadium. Here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. And we say hi again, everybody. Brandon Gaudin here as we count down to kickoff. I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, Larry pointed out in the open, we've got a pretty good matchup of wide receivers here this afternoon, don't we?
And those guys have such a big impact on the game nowadays. We know it's a throwing game, but the guys who can go up and get it, the guys who can break tackles after the catch and make bigger plays, oh yeah, they love spotlight as well. They want the football, they want the attention.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And there's no substitute for experience in this league, and what it usually leads to, a whole lot of confidence. Andy Dalton is sharp with where to go with the football now. I think he sees reads before they actually even happen. He can sense them now, and he is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL.
They come out here in the eye. A first carry now. This is Hill. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Jared Crick there to get him down. And here are the starters. Charles, what are your thoughts on Jeremy Hill?
He provides a thump in this offense. A great runner who goes inside and establishes a tone for his team.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Dalton throwing on second down. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Dalton hands to Hill. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
From midfield here, Dalton. And his throw is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's second down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Dalton with a give to Hill. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Passing, it's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 49 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So before Denver takes over, we get a look at Trevor Siemian. He'll be commanding the offense as he did this past year for Denver. 18 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, over 3,400 yards. And now the question is, will he be the guy going forward? Time will tell.
And he's going to have to continue to earn it, despite the fact that he earned the respect of his fellow players last year. They named him a captain about midseason. He battled injuries last year. He had a bad shoulder, ended up getting off-season shoulder surgery. But he's got to hold off the challenge of the #1 draft pick of 2016, Paxton Lynch. One thing I do know about Trevor Siemian, quietly confident in his own abilities.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A play fake to Anderson. It's Siemian. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, the bad news, the Denver Broncos did make the playoffs, but the good news for Demaryius Thomas, he was over 1,000 yards again as a receiver.
6 straight year he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit. Any of that due to the change at quarterback?
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had to get used to 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the football. I think that yards per catch will go back up when he gets some consistency.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Marty.
Now a first down throw. Siemian completes it to Norwood. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Here's the offense, and you got to talk about the guy that they nicknamed Bebe, Charles Demaryius Thomas.
You worry about him catching the ball, but you worry more about what he does after the catch. Big, strong, physical. He makes plays downfield.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
All right, now, look at 56.
They give it to Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
When you play against Carlos Dunlop, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
Set. Green, 39.
3rd and 2, Siemian. And able to find Green. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
So a first down and 5 for the offense. gun, Simeon. Norwood's got it, complete. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, here's Simeon. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here we go now. Blue line.
Simeon throwing again. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Margus Hunt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. Now Simeon on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders from 10 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Broncos defense getting ready to go. Last drive, touchdown, surrender. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the... And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
McManus now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Hill. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And Dalton to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick six. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. At the end of one, plenty of scoring here already. We'll return to Cincinnati after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. A first down throw coming for Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards on the pickup. And the Bengals are going to have a first down.
I think in a lot of ways, Tyler Eifert is happy to wave bye-bye to 2016 because of the injury issues. Got hurt in the Pro Bowl. Missed the first 6 games of the season, and then couldn't finish the year with another back injury.
Yeah, and the one that hurt, that Pro Bowl injury, supposed to be such an award for the great year he had a season ago, and just never really got things going this year, did he?
Such a difficult matchup, especially in the red zone. Look for a big bounce back in 2017.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
They send Green to the left on his own. To throw here, Dalton. And this is incomplete. Brandon LaFell, his intended target, and that takes us from second to third down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Bengals defense readies as they head onto the field. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
Hang on now. No. Check. Patriots.
Again, Anderson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's caught. He finds Norwood. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
They run it again with Anderson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
In the backfield is Anderson, and he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, Anderson. Anderson loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Back now As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. They send Green to the left on his own. Dalton, and a right side completion here by LaFell. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And now they're in the hurry up. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And Eifert has it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First and 10 for Dalton. Green with a catch left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And it'll be Dalton again. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
They come out here in the I. They'll run it with Hill. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Jeremy Hill taking it in. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Jeremy Hill touchdown run. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I said go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Emmanuel Sanders, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure.
A.J. Green, the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 79 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. 10th carry now for Anderson. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both teams have arguably played well enough to be leading at this point, but you see the score and realize this one may very well come down to the wire. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Bengals take it right from midfield. Dalton's on target here, and that's a house call. That puts them up by a touchdown. 3rd down from the 10. The pass complete out of the gun. And he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. We're brand new at 7. Line up right at the 22-yard line. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Broncos would then turn it around for the TD. That takes the lead up to 7. 3rd down from the 32. Dalton's under pressure and throws the pick. Broncos will take it back for the touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. Broncos take it at the 39. Run play here, and the ball comes out. Following the forced fumble, Hill's going to stay between the tackles, and he'll take it in for a touchdown, closing the gap to 4. Now 1st and 10, Sanders is going to haul in the pass, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. The Broncos push their lead to 11. Late in the 2nd, Dalton's going to find his mark, and he's gone as he sprints into the end zone, continuing a crazy first half. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Paul Brown Stadium for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the pistol, they run with Anderson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 40 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And Green with a catch left side. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline. It's kind of interesting. LA a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to LA. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles
less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
They give him a gain of 38.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
C.J. Anderson. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, 84 yards, and the Broncos will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set, blue, 10, set.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with it.